Senate Resolution 860 by Perry in memory of Joseph Ray Perry.
The members, I'd like, and in the gallery, to have quiet. This is a memorial resolution and honoring a life, celebration of life by Senator Charles Perry. Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Resolution number 860 in memory of Joseph Ray Perry. Whereas the Senate of the State of Texas honors and commemorates the life of Joseph Ray Perry, who died on April 27, 2017, at the age of 92. And whereas Ray Perry was an exemplary citizen and a hardworking West Texas farmer who loved his land and was dedicated to serving his family and community. Whereas he was born on April 22, 1925, in Haskell County community of Paint Creek to Hoyt and Thelma Perry. A lifelong resident of Haskell County, he served the nation with distinction in the United States Army Air Corps during World War II. He flew 35 missions over Nazi Germany as a tail gunner in a B-17 bomber. He was awarded multiple medals for his exemplary service. And whereas he married Amelia June Holt at the Haskell Methodist Church on June 29, 1948, and the couple enjoyed nearly 70 years of marriage together. They raised two children, Amelia and Perry Jones and James Richard Rick Perry, and they were blessed with 3 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. And whereas, in addition to the working his land, Ray Perry was active in a wide range of political and community endeavors. He served nearly 30 years as a Haskell County Commissioner and for 10 years as a member of Paint Creek School Board. He served for 6 years on West Central Texas Council of Governments, and he was instrumental in the creation of Paint Creek Water Corporation and twice served as its president. And whereas, an avid hunter and outdoorsman, he was known for his numerous wild game trophies. One of the highlights of his hunting trips was killing an Alaskan first-class caribou that has been listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. And whereas Ray Perry, a man of courage, faith, and patriotism, he gave unselfishly to others and to his community. And his enthusiasm for living each day to the fullest will not be forgotten by those who are privileged to have shared in his life. And whereas he was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather, and he leaves behind memories that will be cherished forever by his family and many friends now. Therefore be it resolved that the Senate of the State of Texas, 85th Legislature, hereby extends sincere condolences to the bereaved family of Joseph Ray Perry, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be prepared for his family as an expression of our deepest sympathy from the Texas State Senate, and when the Senate adjourns today, it do so in the memory of Joseph Ray Perry.
Members, I would like for someone to make a motion to reduce that to the journal. Any objection? Hearing none. Senator Betancourt, for what purpose?
To have Senator Perry's remarks reduced to the journal.
Mr. Secretary, we'd like for you to say a couple of words and for you to gavel the resolution afterwards.
Governor, thank you. It is a great privilege to be back in this chamber, and quite an honor for the Perry family to be recognized by this esteemed group of men and women. I have many memories of the time that I've spent behind this dais with a gavel not unlike this. I would suggest that not one of them will be any more memorable, Senator Perry, than today. My father truly was an extraordinary father, but in 1977, when I moved back home with my mother and dad, he probably didn't realize that he was going to end up being an instructor and a teacher for the next few years as well. But he was very adept at that. A dryland cotton farmer who truly shared that experience and taught me how to be a passable farmer, Senator Zaffarini. But he taught me how to be a cowboy. But his real impact on my life was in mentoring me in the art of politics, as you shared with your memorial resolution of 28 years as a county commissioner. That's 7 elections. 2 times to be elected to the school board and a couple of times to that council of government. And one of the great moments that I recall of the common sense wisdom, Jane, that my dad was, although a quiet and a stoic fellow, he would pass on a little wisdom from time to time. And in Young County, Texas in 1984, as a aspiring state representative, Senator Estes, it had come a good rain out in our part of the country, and the spring flowers were up, and it was looking good. And the man who was going to introduce me to walk upon the outdoor trailer to give my remarks leaned over and said, "Hey, Perry, you ought to take credit for this rain we just had." And my dad heard that, and about the time I was walking up the steps, he kind of grabbed me by the sleeve and said, "Son, I heard what that man said, and you're certainly free to get up there on that stage and take credit for the rain." But he said, "Think about where you live. And it's dry here a lot more than it is wet. And if you take credit for the rain, they'll blame you for the drought." And those snippets of wisdom, which may not have seemed like it was that earth-shattering, but over the course of a lifetime, I know how blessed I was to have this extraordinary individual be my father, be my mentor in the art of politics, and to truly have selflessly served his country, his state, and his county. And each of you walk in that same line, that same legacy. You all understand what your calling has been. Anita and I and the children are truly blessed to have been associated with each of you. And every day, you all make me very proud to call myself a Texan because of the way that you perform your duties, the way you work together, and the way that you make Texas the best state in the nation. God bless you.
Resolution, hearing none.
Is there a question on the resolution? Hearing none. Resolution passed.